I'm going to say this, and then I ain't going to say nothing else. Listen to me. A representative only job is to only stand in long enough to seal the deal. People cannot fake who they are for but so long before the real them shows up. This is why I say to you ladies, if you don't do anything else, please make very sure that you do not, especially if you want a relationship or somebody you met to go somewhere, do not get to know what's between their legs before you get to know what's in their head. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. Listen, our body is our temple. It is what God asks us to take care of. Okay? And that's our body. Don't you go around here not giving somebody reason enough to respect you. Okay? Because see, if you give yourself away too fast, they're not going to take you serious. All right? Not only are they not going to take you serious, they're not going to, how much respect do you want them to have for you? And I'm not saying, now let's be clear about something. If this doesn't apply to you, I ain't talking to you. If you grown and two people grown and y'all say, hey, look, let's go ahead on and get together and do what we want to do what grown folks do, get together and do what grown folks do. Y'all pardon my voice. I'm just recovering from a cold right around my birthday. But anyway, just get together and do what grown folks do. Okay? So if this doesn't apply to you, baby, I'm not talking to you. But if you are a lady with substance and you want to make sure that you get to know somebody before you go that extra mile with them, ain't nothing wrong with that. And don't be afraid of losing them. Don't be afraid of them. What you can't be afraid of is they're probably not gonna have that much respect for you. And this is not every situation. I'm speaking on the average situation. Okay? All right. So at the end of the day, your cookies, cakes, and ice cream should be kept in the freezer until you know that this is gonna be your person. Because you're gonna feel like a fool if you go all fast and be with somebody and you moving all fast and everything and give up your cookies, cakes, and ice cream before you get to know that person. Then you look like a fool if things don't work out. And this is only, once again, if you are really looking and hoping that the relationship can go to the next level. A lot of guys ain't keeping y'all, and they not keeping y'all because y'all not doing the things that you need to do to be kept. Okay? Now, I ain't talking to you women who want to be single. You don't care nothing about no man. You enjoying your single life. You love your singlehood. Blah, 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 blah. I ain't talking to you. Y'all know I always say, God does not intend for man to be alone. And I believe that in my soul. Okay? But in the meantime and in between time, that's your whole body you're talking about. You're talking about sharing DNA with folk. And that folk just run on away with your DNA and y'all didn't even go anywhere. And you got another notch up under your belt. And you a whole woman out here in these streets. My grandma used to tell us a story. She used to tell us a story about Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. Mr. Johnson could take off all his clothes and he could go in the middle of the street, buck ball naked. And he dance in the middle of the street, shaking everything he got, right? Go back in the house, put his clothes on, come back out, folk wave at him, neighborhood wave at him. Hey, Mr. Johnson. Hey, Mr. Johnson, how you doing, Mr. Johnson? Hey, Mr. Johnson. Hey, how y'all doing? How about, right? Let Mrs. Johnson try. Mrs. Johnson, she go in the house, strip off all her clothes, go dance in the middle of the street, butterball naked, right? Come back in the house, put her clothes on, try to walk back out there in the street. She everything but the child of God. Yeah, that's that lady that she ain't have no clothes on. She a nasty thing. She always do mess like that. She just a huh? Nothing good to say about her, right? So that's why you have to preserve who you are. You might one day get married, and you get married, and every time everybody y'all walk past, you are about, oh yeah, I used to date him. Or they can look at your man all funny because they know they don't been with you. Preserve yourself. You know, I don't care how old you are. You have a right not to if you don't want to. Because at the end of the day, the very end of the day, it's a whole lot at risk with you doing that. And people still, they're going to bring their representative in the beginning anyway. But people can't fake for long. So since they can't fake for long, you give it the time it needs. And I ain't talking about Steve Harvey's 90-day rule. I ain't talking about that. Everybody grown. You do what you want to do when you want to do it. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be out here giving myself away to folk that I'm meeting all quick, all fast, without getting to know them. And all I've gotten to know is what's between their legs, and I don't know nothing about what's in their head. That's all I'm saying. You're a lady. Present yourself like a lady. Have standards. Take care of yourself, because your body, you ain't got but one body. One. And what you do with it is important. All right? And once again, if this doesn't apply to you, I ain't talking to you. If y'all like doing what grown folks do and everybody's in agreement with it, go ahead on and do it. But I know that men have a high regard for women who regard themselves. That's what I know for sure. Now, I'm not saying that men don't have a high regard for women who will go that extra mile faster. What I'm saying is, it's not the average man. The average man wants a woman who preserves herself. The average man wants a woman who respects herself. The average man wants a woman who considers herself. The average man wants a woman who knows how to take control of herself and her body, her mind, and her soul. Because guess what? That's what you're giving up anyway. Because if they go and you done gave it to them and they leave, you done sold out. You can't see. You get blind when you go out here and give up the most important parts of you, your mind, body, and soul, before you should. You blinded. You can't see. You already hollering about you in love, and you don't really know if you're in love because the person dragging you now. So anyway, that's my point. I made it. Y'all have an amazing day.